Well, here I am back at the LDMA Vane Mountain Camp in North Carolina. It's March, very cold, very nasty. This is the first nice, decent weather we've had in a long time. I want to show a few changes I've made in my dredge real quick. I went ahead and covered up the UR matting with this nice thick piece of, it's about over a ½ inch thick piece of miner's moss right here. I changed all my raffles where they at an angle. This is basically all this is, as you can tell. It's just angle aluminum. I got it set up at 15 degrees. I found these online. Somebody was running behind plexiglass, and I really liked the way it would catch some black sand heavies here. It would go over and catch some here, but the vortex would allow enough of this to stay at least 50% cleaned out. Now I ran it yesterday. I ran at least 3 wheelbarrow loads through. And it was a nice little curve right in here where it kept washing that material and scrubbing it. And the only reason I'm doing that here is here we have fine gold mostly. Any heavy gold, of course, you know, you're going to get caught in the gold hog matting and then, of course, in the header box. But the fine gold's been the issue. So I've been running my long sluice box at the end just for testing, just to see how much I'm losing or anything I'm losing. I haven't tested it yet. My suspicion is from the clean out that I'm getting to where I want to be. I went ahead and not put the expanded metal back in here this time. I had it in there last time, but I found what happened was, instead of it helping, it actually caused it to be more of a problem. It filled up with rocks and gravel and stayed deep. Of course, I had these at a slightly different angle. Now these are actually spaced 4 inches apart, and that's from the back side to the back side, right here. I had some last time that were 6 inches, they were too wide. I had some of 2 inches, they were too close. These are 4 inches, and so far that seems to be the magic numbers, right around 4 inches for a good scrub and clean out. I'm still very happy with the box being wide like this, coming out of 10 inch into 17.5 inches. This is still a test bed. I'm still making changes. My next big change is I really want to work on changing the header box. I think there's got to be a way to redo this box up here where it's going to catch more fine gold. And so that's my next big project. Now the gold hog matting works great in clear water. Clean dredging, you're okay. You only lose maybe 10-20% at the most, and that's because I run it pretty hard. And I'm talking about fine gold now, really fine, -50, -100 stuff, okay? That's what's here. If I could figure out a way to catch 90 to 100% of that, it'd catch gold anywhere. Now here, mud everywhere. This is all mud. When you clean this stuff up, it's very muddy. The fine gold is washing and flowing. You know, when the water gets muddy, it gets more dense, and the gold tends to float higher up in your plane. It's not down low. When it's clear, the gold tends to stay lower. So the gold hog matting works great for that. But when it got muddy, my test, and I tested it, what, about 4 or 5 different times, I'm losing 30 to 50% of my gold running straight gold hog matting with muddy water. With the clean water, it was doing real good. I had very little gold at the end of the box down here. I mean, really fine stuff down here near the end. I was catching almost all of it. But that's clear water in the creek dredging. You know, in most cases here in the South, especially whenever you're going to be high banking, it's going to be muddy, and that's going to be issues. But I'm going to run this again this afternoon. I'll put my final cleanup out there and show you what I got. Another small thing I did is I had to get a new pump. I broke my other Harbor Freight tube pump, but for 150 bucks, hey, you can't beat it. Works great for the high banker. A little bit too weak for me on the dredging. It works with 2.5 inch, but it's just a little slower than I'd like to be. I am planning on upgrading, going to a full 4 inch on that machine. But those cheap motors do pretty good.